I went to the closest body of water that looked possible, and I came across 4 cars, one right here.
All right, so you got the car right here.
Drop the magnet down, and then I'm gonna go backward, and hopefully you'll bounce right off.
All right. All right, we got the boat up to the spot. The buoy is like a little bit right there. It's not really much of a current, so we shouldn't have any issue. There's a likely chance like at least 3 out of the 4 cars are just gonna be empty.
I'm guessing it was launched off one of these cliffs.
Oh, I snagged it.
You got it?
Oh yeah, it's 100% on.
Okay. We're gonna see what this thing looks like. Right here.
My name is Jeremy. I'm wondering if you guys can send a police officer out. We ended up finding around 5 cars.
Do you know if anybody's known about these cars out here? I have no idea. Today I traveled up to Smyrna, Tennessee to meet up with Exploring with Nug, who last week came out and you actually located 4 vehicles in this river behind me, right?
I did. There's a case that I came across, Jason Crisler out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It seems like an open shut suicide case. He got himself in trouble legally, is what the missing person report says. And he sent a note to his wife through the mail. He went missing May 10th. His wife got the letter May 12th. So maybe he mailed that before he went and killed himself. But it said, I'm taking the coward's way out. So, and then that's it, disappeared off the face of the planet. And so like I went to the closest body of water that looked possible. Lots of boat ramps. It's secluded, 24-hour access. And started scanning, and I came across 4 cars, one right here, 10 feet underwater. It's gonna be super easy to get to. And I got 2 more upstream, and then around the way at a different boat ramp, there's 1 more car. So there's a really good chance these are him. And I checked a lot, so if these aren't the cars, then we're gonna have to figure out new places to search. But man, I mean, it's just, oh, this could be a good day.
We're looking for Jason today, and you know, Jeremy's already done a lot of the work finding all these vehicles, so I met up with him today and we're gonna dive and clear these vehicles. It sounds like no one else has. It's a kind of a smallish town, I'm guessing.
It's a small town. I have no clue, honestly, if these cars are confirmed by the cops, if they know about them or what.
So what we're about to do is get our gear on, get the boat set up. I think we're gonna check the car that's right here first, and if that is the vehicle, we're gonna immediately call the police and have them handle it. If not, we're going to continue to dive the other vehicles and clear those and see what kind of cars they are, if there's plates on them, and then we'll eventually call the police and notify them and see what they want to do. But let's get the gear on, get ready, and hit the water.
Yep.
All right, man, you ready?
I guess. Cold. Kind of ugly. You can only deal with one prop at a time, bro. Oh, I cannot wait for a little bit of warmth and sunshine.
Yeah, it's pretty cold and miserable right now.
It was nice. It was nice when we left the house. And then we crossed this Tennessee barrier of doom.
It's been like icing, or it looks like hail to me. I don't even know. It's Tennessee weather. It's cold.
It's like mountain weather.
I think we'll be better after we change into our dry suits. But so the car's like right here, you said?
Nah, I made that up. I actually have no idea where it's at.
It's pretty close though.
I think it's actually down a ways. It's right here where those rocks are at, but I was way off on the depth. I don't quite understand what I was doing.
How deep is it?
It's like 18 feet.
Oh wow.
That rope's not gonna do it.
No.
Okay, so you see that rock, the third one? That's
right there.
Yeah, that's the core. And also, I guess I don't know. It looks like either the roof has been, you know, worn away with erosion, or it's a convertible. Can't tell though.
That would be interesting. All right, so you got the car right here?
Well, it's kind of back here, so we dropped the magnet down, and then I'm gonna go backward, and hopefully it'll bounce right off it. So
all right.
Go up this side.
Off the left side? Go ahead.
All the way down.
All right, I'm on the bottom.
So now let's go suit up and dive this car, see what it is. Been a while, I'm not gonna lie, since I drove a car.
Yeah, I know.
All my videos are really boring, not finding anything, so now I'm excited because there's a chance this could be the dude. That is a far ways that the car floated.
It is, yeah, it's a far ways. Unless there's an old road right there.
Nah, he had to come off that. But then you wonder, cars float for so long. I was like, I wonder if the windows are down. I wonder if they're not.
Yeah. All right, so we got the buoy marked. Let's go get the gear on and then dive this. I'm actually really excited because the water is warm. I hadn't felt it till just now. It's like actually warm.
Actually.
So.
A little warm.
I'm a little excited about this. All right, we got the boat up to the spot. The buoy's like a little bit right there. It's not really much of a current, so we shouldn't have any issue getting our gear on here. It's kind of like a natural little boat ramp. The sun is kind of coming out, spotting a little bit, so it's definitely, yeah, it feels a lot better. To be honest, I haven't dove in a few weeks, maybe even like a month, so I'm kind of excited to get in the water and dive a car. I mean, if it is his car, this is going to take a serious turn, obviously. We're going to notify the police, but there's a likely chance like at least 3 out of the 4 cars are just going to be empty, so we're gonna check this car out. So Jeremy, remind me of the cars that we are searching for particularly.
The car that we're looking for today is a maroon and red 2018 Ford Taurus, I believe. I couldn't, I take it back. I don't even think we know the date is, but I know it's a Ford Taurus, maroon and red.
Okay.
So they've been around forever. So look for decals. If it's got a tag, memorize it or get it off the car, check the windows. We're gonna have plenty of visibility, so we'll be able to just circle this car as many times as we want.
Yeah, that's gonna be definitely a change of pace for us. Usually it's in mud water. This looks like, if it's not great visibility, it's still gonna be kind of like greenish.
Right here, so we got at least 4 or 5 feet, which is more than enough.
And with lights, we should be good. So let's put our gear on and go check this car out. You ready, man?
Trying to figure out what I'm forgetting here. Okay. Well, I'm ready. You ready?
Let's do it.
Oh, it's a convertible. Well, not the car. It has a plate on it though. Tennessee plate.
That's still pretty cool. I mean, that was a really old car. And I was right, it was a convertible.
It was a convertible, yeah.
A Buick convertible. I couldn't figure out what make, but I mean, OX6160.
OX.
Old Tennessee tag.
Yeah.
That car, that's an old muscle car. Definitely not the car we're looking for though. Front end was smashed. I wonder if there's or like they launched it off here a long time ago.
Must have used to be a road or something.
Because that wouldn't have floated all the way down here.
No, that thing's old, dude. That's a fish habitat now.
Yeah, it's been down there a long time.
Alright guys, so as you saw, hopefully the footage is okay, that I guess that was is it a Buick, you said? Convertible?
Buick convertible or something, I don't know what kind.
So that was cool to dive on. That thing was really, really old.
On the front, Buick.
I don't know, it's an old muscle car though. I bet it was nice. I couldn't tell what color it was, it was so rusty.
I think they drove it off like a long time ago.
Yeah, because the front end was smashed. Like there ain't no way I'd float all the way down here.
I don't think so. There's no air, it's convertible, so I hold it that well. The tires, I guess, but
Yeah.
so we're going down to the next one. It's a little ways down river. But we'll let you know when we get there. All right, so we're farther down up to apparently where Jeremy's looking, trying to find the car that he had found before. The boat ramp's like way down there, so I'm guessing it was launched off one of these cliffs. It's probably another, like the convertible we just dove, an older one.
Yeah, this thing floated for a minute.
If it floated that far, that's insane. I mean, we've seen them float pretty far before, but
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. But I mean, you guys can see from the sonar right now what it looks like. So y'all be the judge. I guess we're gonna dive on it and see. I'm not making any bets, but
Y'all be the judge. It's a car. Now, there's a really good chance it's another 50-year-old vehicle, but it's definitely a car. We gotta check. So
we'll see.
Oh, I snagged it.
You got it?
Oh yeah, it's 100% on it.
Okay.
Like, we're direct.
What does the car look like to you? A pickup truck?
You know what? I don't know. I was pretty close on the other one. This, it could be a pickup. I don't really know. We'll find out though.
All right, so we gotta find a place to put in, maybe over there behind us.
I think our rope will reach.
Yeah, I think just tie it to that. And we'll dive this one and check it out too. All right, we're putting our gear on again. It's not a great sign though. It looks like there's literally an old car, like a drive shaft and stuff right there. Some other car parts up there on the shore. So this is,
I'm warm.
We're pretty sure this is not the car we're looking for, but we're still gonna dive it and clear it. It's also getting pretty cold, I'm not gonna lie. My hands are kind of cold.
Yeah, I don't, you know, it was sunny when we left the house.
It was sunny. It went from sunny to like hailing
winter.
To windy to sunny for a second, and then it's windy and cold. So
Let's help riding back.
Are you warmer that way?
A little bit.
All right, let's drive this thing.
All right.
Ready? Old white Pontiac.
Pontiac, you think?
Yeah.
I figure.
I read it in the back.
Really?
And the rims had the two white lines on it.
I couldn't figure out what that was. I thought they were hubcaps, but I went back and it's like an alloy wheel.
I'm pretty sure it was a Pontiac.
I've never seen a Pontiac hatchback.
I don't know.
Like an
That's
Escort or something.
That was
Oh, that's the thing for boats.
this is what somebody used to hold down the gas pedal. That was inside the car, dude.
I don't know.
I reached inside. It was inside.
You know what that is, though, right? Like that's what they put when
Oh yeah.
For the
Well,
back of the motor. For the boat motor.
If it wasn't, I don't know. I think
boaters lose those all the time. But
it might have been lost, but that would be a perfect spot. It was inside the car, like
I think that was pushing down on the gas pedal.
Car's another one. I mean, it was wrecked to hell.
It was,
like,
yeah.
You look at the front end, and like somebody drove that off. Like,
it might be an older car that was more recently driven off though, because that doesn't look old. If that's what that was used for, it may have been lost and dropped perfectly in the car, but I don't think so.
I don't know. Like, I was digging through, I was like, man, I ain't gonna be able to find anything in here.
No.
Nice. Oh well. If I had to guess, I would say it's an old white, like, Ford Escort. Or some kind of old hatchback.
I'm pretty sure I read Pontiac on the back of that thing.
How do you know
it was something
Pontiac
IAC. I don't know what else that would be. Like,
I didn't see anything on the back. I don't know where you're looking.
No, Pontiac. I thought it was an M. It started with an M. But I'm guessing. I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure it said Pontiac.
What I do know
and
is
the rims had 2 white lines on a black circle. So whatever that is.
It's not a Taurus.
No.
So. And that looks like another one is like it was violently driven off.
Oh yeah.
It was wrecked.
Yeah, this is a.
But
I wish I could like see back in the day, like a time machine camera, see what happened.
I bet we could look on that topo view.
Remember? Oh, see like an old road.
Yeah. Just see what it looked like right here.
I mean, it had to be right here.
There's like a car part like right there.
Yeah, there's an old car, like whatever that is.
That's got to be an old car.
Yeah, there's nothing left of that thing. But
so you found 2 more way upriver.
There's 2 more
that are most likely also dumped.
I know one isn't it because it looks like a van or an SUV.
Yeah.
And then the other one, it looks like a truck, but I don't know. But both of them were driven off of like a cliff, like around that high. So there's a bunch of cars parked there too. I don't know. A bunch of people always come over there for some reason, but
I don't know.
We'll figure it out though.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, we got a
cold boat ride.
So me and Jeremy are going up to where he said he found 2 cars, and now apparently on the way he found another one. So what are we looking at, man? Well, so it's got really cold, so we're trying to warm up.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it looks like so we're heading. Like I said, we're heading to the next location where I know there's 2 cars, and I don't know if I was just dinking around last time and didn't see it. But it looks like there's another car sitting right here.
It's gotta be a crashed car.
It's definitely okay. So it's definitely a car. Definitely a car. It looks the same as that convertible.
Yeah.
Like the roof's either not there or it's caved in. So I don't think this is the car, but.
So I mean, we need to.
Do you want to? I mean, it's only 11 feet, 10 feet at that.
Well, I don't want to
easy to mark.
My gear. How much farther is the next one? Can I keep my
not
gear?
Very far.
Can I keep my gear on?
I don't see why not.
After I put it on, I'll just put it on real quick. And I'll dive this one and check it out.
I mean, do you want to dive this first or go do them 2 and then come back to this one? Because this one's like I said, 11 feet. This would be super easy to dive on.
I'll just do this one first real quick.
You can see that dirt road.
Oh, there is a road over there, yeah.
Driving right off, launching off of there and it flowed down here. I mean, I think the road goes up there too. This is probably another really old, I mean, maybe just a dump site.
What is it about like kids back in the day?
Yeah.
Dumping cars out for fun. I mean, I guess it's probably cool to watch.
You steal an old convertible. I mean, I don't know, people stole cars back then too.
Yeah. That convertible was cool though, man.
That convertible, I bet you that car was nice.
That was probably nice, yeah.
But.
All right, so I got my gear on, about to dive this car that Jeremy did not find last time, so.
No, why don't we just leave it as Jeremy found this time?
Well, you said you might have found it, right?
That's it. Take 2.
It's like 8 feet of water right here. So we're gonna see what this thing looks like.
You scared?
Nope.
There we go.
Oh, that's deep.
Where are we going? Hey, 80 more than you can, huh?
That's weird.
Huh?
All right, let's go check it out.
It's attached to something metal. Yeah. It's probably a car. Get that tag.
Florida plate.
Florida plate?
DEQ 82D.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, I don't know what type of car it is, but it is big.
That's an old tag. April of '91.
It's got a star on the steering wheel, but it's a boat of a car. I mean, this thing's big. There's not much left of it.
I wonder what comes up.
Probably, you car guys probably know this like right now.
Oh yeah, they're like, I know exactly what that is.
I don't know. I think it was a star.
Mercedes, old Mercedes had 3 stars. But you said it's a big car.
Might be a Mercedes.
We'll do some more research, figure it out when we get back to the car, but let's...
I don't know, I guess scan this whole area really good, just in case.
I got the door handle off of it. Well, that was on the ground. I didn't think this would come off as easy, actually. But 91, I mean, it's not that old.
No, I mean, we could definitely report them.
It's a Florida plate.
I think we should report all these cars to the cops anyways, just so they know, because like, just looking at that, you don't know. I mean, that could be linked to a missing person.
What's the database go to? Normally they say like how?
God, they said it was like not that long.
5 years?
Yeah, something not impressive. So like they would, if unless that number is directly linked to something like it big, that's not gonna.
It might be. I'm guessing not though. But a Florida plate is kind of weird. Up in Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean we could look at Florida missing person cases. I mean, like there's old ones out there. Search that number. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one.
All right.
All right, so this is this one that you found before?
This was the second one I found.
Is it?
It looks like a minivan or a Jeep or something.
Okay.
SUV. So I mean we'll see what it is.
Yeah. How deep is it?
Man, 9 feet.
Okay.
So I mean you probably stand on the car.
I'm just gonna jump in here, and then there's one more down there that we're gonna try to get out next. All right, I want to check this one out real quick.
Holy.
Side view mirror.
There's no emblems. It's old though. It's pretty smashed up. There's like this weird box thing in front of it. It's like I don't even know. I couldn't even tell what kind of car it was. There's no emblems.
Doors.
Oh, it's got that symbol. What's that? That star symbol. What kind of?
A Chrysler Buick. Is that the same star as on the
I
steering
think
wheel?
so. The other one.
Chrysler, I think.
I'm not a car guy. I probably need to learn my cars. We're gonna keep saying that.
Might be a Chrysler Buick, but I mean, I don't imagine.
It's an old car.
Can't be too old. I mean, it's these part numbers in here. But
I mean, it's older for sure.
Well. Final car. If I'm on it, I'm not on it, but it's directly below me. Just drop straight in. You gotta be close. You gotta be Dude, I was not gonna lie. I was thinking maybe what if it's fiberglass or something.
Dude, it's cool. That's awesome, man. It's not that old.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a cool car, dude. Well, look at a spaceship underwater. Like, that's a cool guy.
What is it? White Corvette convertible? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know the color.
It might. Well, that's
but it's a Corvette. I'm pretty sure it's a convertible. Yeah, it's like a. I pulled that off the front.
silver, I think. That's neater than hell.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen, dude. I went to the back tail lights, and they were like huge, like a spaceship, man.
Were the back tail lights
I think so, yeah. Yeah. They were giant. I was like, dang, this is kind of a nice car, man. Never dove on a Corvette before. And yeah, you were, I guess it was convertible because you were sticking on the, like, the material. That's why I wasn't sticking well. But
yeah, I know, I was having a hell of a time getting it. I was like, I know it's there. And the second I saw it, I was like, oh, go down, it's right there.
dude, I want to pull this thing out. It would look awesome coming out.
We have to float it, like, to that boat ramp, which ain't that big a deal.
Is there a road right here?
It's that gated off-road. Like, somebody's getting access back here and dumping these cars before it's gated off-road.
Yeah. But I got a part of it. I got the plate, so I'm sure it'll be stolen. And maybe the owner will be like, well, I wonder what happened to my Corvette.
I was wondering.
With 2 Florida cars.
Yeah. From the Palm Beach, Florida. 2009.
That's a cool car, though. So that was one of the coolest cars that I've ever dove on. A Corvette. I don't know the year. What's the year of the plate, you said?
It expired 2009.
2009. So it's not that old. It really looked like a spaceship when I went down there. Like the back, the back lights are so big and like shiny, and I'm like, dang, this is not that old. Definitely some damage on it, but it's a cool car for sure. I want to see that thing come out.
We can do it. Problem is, like,
if we get access to this road, we can get it out easier.
Now where's the fun in that? We'll just float it all the way down to the boat ramp.
Good fun.
Because like this is the current, so it'll take us that way. So we can just kind of pull it along.
Isn't it be heavier though, of a car?
I mean, it'll move. It might take a minute with this boat. It's going with the current, so we'll be able to get it.
Either your boat and my boat.
Corvette. Fun.
It's a cool car, man. All right, so right now Jeremy is going to give the police a call, and we're going to report these plates and let the police know. They may already know about them, but because they have plates on them, I'm thinking that they don't. They're not aware of at least all the cars. There may be some, but it never hurts to report them, and we'll see what they have to say.
Yeah, we'll tell. My name is Jeremy. I'm wondering if you guys can send a police officer out to the boat ramp. We've been out here for the day searching for a missing person, a cold case, a person that went missing out of Murfreesboro a few years back. And we ended up finding around 5 cars, and we essentially just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of these cars. And then we have a couple tags and all that. How you doing?
Doing well. How are y'all?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I actually watch you on YouTube.
Oh, really?
I'm kind of familiar with
Awesome.
Florida tags.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found 5 cars total. Like I mean, depending on how much detail you really want. But.
Okay, I'll need. Yeah, is there a Corvette down there too?
Yeah.
Corvette,
that one was
Corvette.
cool to dive on too.
Okay. Is it really murky down there? Like, can you see in the cars? Or?
I mean, yeah, we didn't see anything that jumped out as many, missing persons or anything.
Okay.
But you could see a few feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just right here off the boat ramp.
There's one car right off the boat ramp. Well, I take it back. It's like 100 yards
That one,
downstream.
yeah.
Okay.
And then you go upstream, I guess where everybody fishes.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Corvette's there, and then whatever this came off of, we can't figure it out. It's Plymouth that didn't have a tag on it.
Numbers on the bottom.
It's got part numbers on it.
Okay.
And then let's think here.
The first one, the plate, I couldn't get off without breaking it, so it's still on there.
Yeah.
I know the last numbers are 6160. I was trying to figure out
It is super. It's
first.
like old. Was it a Oldsmobile convertible? Like we're talking
I
old muscle car.
think so,
That's what that
yeah.
belonged to. The tag you can tell is just one of those really old tags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if anybody's known about these cars out here?
I have no idea. I'll have to go in and search it. So they said you guys are working a cold case for MPD?
Not for anybody. I found sounds like a suicide out of Murfreesboro a few years back. Left a suicide note, disappeared in his car. So I started looking here and came across all these cars.
Okay. Just with the sonar and then you dove on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only 2 tags you have, or?
The third one is what we had. I think it's super old, but I think it's OX6160 Tennessee tag.
Well,
It's
should
like
be
a black and white Tennessee tag.
I'll try to find it too while you're checking those.
Okay.
Because I have some footage, but it's hard to see in our cameras. But
Okay.
that plate's still on the car.
The other boat ramp, about 100 yards downstream, there's a white hatchback with no tag.
Okay.
It's like a I don't know what it looks like. It looks like an Escort to me, but it's some kind of white hatchback.
Okay. And that came off of one of the ones that didn't have a tag?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't find anything on the white hatchback.
I usually try to, pull, you see, try to pull off, kind of whatever we can.
Yeah.
If there's no tags, so.
Okay. Alright. I can try to run these two at least, and then
I'll try to find that other one real quick.
you said it was OX?
I believe so.
61. Is it like the Tennessee shape tag, like the old school?
Yeah, it's
like
white and black,
1960s, like...
stamped. I mean, really old. It's a muscle car.
Okay.
Let me see. I have a video on my phone. Yeah, OX, or maybe QX, but I think OX. Yeah.
Polk County.
Yeah, that one came off of a... Couldn't tell what it was, but it was a big car, like a boat.
Okay. All right, well, let me try to run those at least and see what comes back. All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, out there. Only one I got to come back was that.
The Corvette? I figured.
But it's not stolen or anything. It just comes back to a silver two-door Chevy is all it brought up. But Florida registration is kind of different when we run it. But I've got his info. I can call him and let him know, hey, your car's in the water here. But, this one's returning not on file, but I'll try to work on that later and figure exactly what's up. Maybe I got that number wrong. David Edward David. Or David Edward Queen. 82 David. Pretty sure that's
82 Delta?
I think that is a Q.
Polk County is that one famous county in Florida, the Sheriff's Department.
Oh, yeah.
Cop, yeah. We was down there. What is it? Yeah, we found a video that just came out was about in that county.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Was it silver?
I think so. I don't know what that looks like on the bottom.
It's hard to tell with all the river much on it.
Yeah.
So we were thinking of coming back one of these days and actually getting that out of the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody care if we do that?
Well, what are you going to do with it?
Well, usually we get a tow truck involved and get a bunch of free advertising. They'll get rid of it for us.
Okay.
So they usually sit on it and do what they do with abandoned cars.
Yeah, they would have to contact the owner, and then I guess he would have so long to come get it, or they would. So that's the only 3 tags y'all got?
Yeah, the other cars didn't have tags.
Yeah. There was a total of 5 cars.
Mm-hmm.
What were do you know what the other 2 were?
All I know is it was a white hatchback, maybe a Ford Escort, and then we have no idea what that. We're trying to figure out the part number off that mirror, but have no idea what that car is. He drove that one solo, so.
But it's got this. That's the star, or that star. That's at us.
Yeah, that's Chrysler.
That's Chrysler.
So the white Escort, like you have about a year range, like
90s, maybe late 80s.
Yeah, they're definitely old.
Yeah. You take this stuff with you? You want us to hold on to it?
Yeah, I can take the tags unless y'all.
No, we'll just trash them. But
Okay.
if you need them,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll hold on. If
I don't need that.
Okay.
The mirror.
he's excited now. He's like,
trophy.
I may try to call that guy in the morning.
okay.
Just he may say, "Oh, I sold that car 10 years ago."
Oh,
Yeah, probably. Or stolen or something.
That's just I just have the info for the last guy who was registered too. So, and I'll be off tomorrow, so you can call me anytime if you have any kind of info.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Appreciate you coming out.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, man. We'll be around again. Hopefully, find something else to get into.
What's the name of the guy y'all are looking for, just in case I can?
Jason Chrysler.
Chrysler.
Yeah,
Like car?
Crisler. Apparently, the word is the suicide note said taking the coward's way out, and I guess he was in trouble with the law. Maybe he didn't want to go to jail, so I don't know what he did. They wouldn't make it public.
What year was that from?
Not too.
18?
I think it was 18.
Okay.
But it was a few years back. But